say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thanks to Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back.
Fans, at this time, direct your attention to center court for the award ceremony. Let's hear it for the NBA champions, your Oklahoma City Thunder! The head coach is Mark Daigneault. Thomas, number 12. Aaron Morgan. Isaiah Joe. Nikola Topic. Alex Caruso. Isaiah Hartenstein. Kingston Chad Holmgren. And now, the NBA champions, your Oklahoma City Thunder.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Up front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Porzingis in at the center. And for the Thunder, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Caruso and Williams. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard. Shams, over the last decade, the Warriors were the team. And this decade is kind of wide open. So with young teams on the horizon, the deep roster of teams and talent in the West, a lot of people are talking about Oklahoma City as the team to watch in the 2020s. What do you think?
OKC has this league at the palm of their hands and really the direction. The nucleus led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City, that is among the best. They have tons of picks. Kevin, I mean dozens of draft picks that they can trade to get even more talent. No organization is set up quite like the Thunder. They have to be aiming for championships down the line.
They've stayed the course. Agreed wholeheartedly with you. They're going to be fun. Holmgren on the follow.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Bucket is good. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. Caruso, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Back to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Daniels, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Williams passes to Hartenstein, and it goes down 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 2. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Porzingis can't hit. Thunder have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Gilgeous-Alexander against Porzingis. Williams passes to Caruso. And Young comes over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And here now the Thunder. Clock at 2. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want, but there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Daniels. Young from outside. Atlanta again missing. The Thunder with the lead. Outside, Dort. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 30 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Wallace is checked in for the Thunder. And a change for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in. Here's Risacher. Hits the three-point bomb.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Now, here is Young, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Okongwu a screen. Another three for Atlanta.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Young. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that three-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Here's Risacher, defended by Dort. Pass to Okongwu. Young in the corner. Okongwu with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Okongwu. Over Williams. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Williams' shot is off. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Porzingis. Okongwu finds Porzingis. Now, here is Young. Off target with his three.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Alexander Walker. The wing jumper off target. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game played rule, It sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA team and different accolades.
Yes, well said. Chet Holmgren out there with Wiggins. Then it's Lou Dort. Then there's Wallace. And it's Williams at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Wallace. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot clock at 6. And yes, it's good. Wallace has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Poke loose. Johnson, the pass to Alexander Walker. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder leading by 3. Now, we talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly, most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution. Maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver in the NBA has.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those two teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are two teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
For the Thunder, Jalen Williams comes in for Williams. And it's Alex Caruso in for Wiggins. Atlanta making a switch here. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Caruso. Three-pointer, Daniels. The Hawks again can't hit. The Thunder leading by 5. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot and watching the players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on this.
Your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Here is Daniels. After the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Up it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Alexander Walker. Pass to Caruso. Williams with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Holmgren. Off target with the jump hook. The Hawks trail by 4. And here is Okongwu. Back to Johnson. To the right side. Here's Porzingis. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources, the players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA?
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Washington Wizards.
And for that game against the Kings, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be the 6th contest on the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
Now, here's Kennard. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Young. Out to Porzingis. Here is Daniels, defended by Caruso. Inside, Okongwu, and Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist who can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
A minute 20 left to play here in the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We're talking about Trae Young here, G.A. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
The first one falls. And Greg, despite not winning Rookie of the Year, Holmgren had a historic start to his career.
And he would have won the award most seasons, but he obviously had some stiff competition. Regardless, he proved to be a versatile big man with star potential.
And so Young nails them both. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Martin Shine finds Holmgren. He was all alone on that one. Holmgren's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Pass to Shai. Kicks it out to Johnson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Holmgren. He's guarded by Johnson. Now Holmgren. 9 points in the game so far. Williams with a clean look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Hartenstein passes to Caruso. Over Daniels. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thunder lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, they came at you offensively. So what has to change for you defensively?
Well, a lot, obviously, with everybody on the floor. They're capable of doing this, but we're not. It's just too easy.
Got to tighten things up as we go along. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And taking a look at Atlanta, when you come out rocking with 2 straight wins, you're feeling good.
Yeah, got to keep that out of your head, though. Each game presents a new challenge.
Now looking at this Oklahoma City game, the Thunder dealing with a thin margin.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't speed them up or slow them down.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Chet Holmgren with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 1-point game. On the court for Atlanta, the front court is Reza Shea and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Williams' shot is off. Atlanta's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Johnson. Pass to Daniels. Screen by Porzingis. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, two-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Now, here is Young. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Pass to Hartenstein. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
You love when guys like Chet Holmgren, who enters the league with big expectations, works hard to meet those expectations. It's been great to watch.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, third.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Johnson, the pass to Porzingis. Now Reza Shea. Johnson with a screen on Williams. Back to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Now here's Holmgren. He's got 11. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Into the lane. Daniels dishes to Young. Back to Daniels. Young, a screen on Caruso. Rocket 6. The 19-foot shot. That one wide left.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall. Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Daniels kicks to Young. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA, an outstanding defender, that time sends it back.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Caruso against Johnson. Williams, a screen on Johnson. Here's Caruso. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Last season, the Thunder finished as the 1 seed for the first time since 2013.
Yeah, and that was when they were led by the young duo of Durant and Westbrook. But they've got a new group of young stars now who are looking to bring that first championship to OKC.
First one falls for him. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Atlanta making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. That one misses. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Here's Williams. Jalen Johnson picking up that last basket. Holmgren finds Caruso. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Now, here is Young, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
Pass to Caruso. Hartenstein against Porzingis. For three, Holmgren. Rebound, Atlanta.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Dort comes in for Williams. And it's Cason Wallace in for Alex Caruso. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Kennard in for Rizachet. Now, here is Young. There's the drive. And he banks in the layup. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
At his best when attacking the rim. Young not settling for a jumper, putting the onus on the D.
Basket counts.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
The Hawks trail by 4. And here's Young. He has 6. Okongwu with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Young's shot is off. And it's Williams with the ball for the Thunder. We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Okongwu grabs the board. For Atlanta, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. And here we go. Fast break. Wallace has got it. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Young. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Young's got 8.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Alex Caruso out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Williams at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Porzingis. 6 to shoot.
You know, I know that he can make the perimeter jump shot, but I really like it when Porzingis is taking it inside and making the defense deal with all that size.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
They're doing damage from the mid-range. Not sure if that was the game plan or if they're just taking what the defense gives them. But thus far, it's paying off.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Williams sets a screen for Caruso. No good on the three. The Hawks trail by 3, and it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Pass to Daniels. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
Now here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
I bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Kennard against Dort. Kennard the pass to Porzingis. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Thunder leading by 3. Pass to Williams. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Daniels. Wallace covering. Daniels gets to Kennard. Dort against Kennard. Outside, Dort. Williams passes to Dort. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, my goodness. How about the impressive vertical by Lou Dort? No doubt on that slam.
Pass to Daniel. Alexander Walker with the ball. Okongwu a screen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Williams.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing, and those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
That free throw missing for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Chad Holmgren comes in for Dort. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Wallace. Then for the Hawks, Jalen Johnson's checked in for Okongwu. Reza Shea is coming in for Luke Kennard. Young is subbed in for Daniels. And they can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Porzingis with the steal. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone.
Oklahoma City foul. Chet Holmgren. First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Atlanta. Jalen Johnson, 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. And the Hawks making a change here. Daniels has checked in. And Johnson drops them both. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 3-point lead. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low, here's Johnson. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Shooting for Atlanta, Jalen Johnson at the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And Johnson drops them both. Caruso with the ball. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving it around. Clock at 6. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
On the left block. Young, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Holmgren can't hit.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Young's shot is good.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Again, Young missing. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Williams. Wants to get it to Holmgren, and does. Holmgren is double. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Atlanta with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Johnson. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
The more Porzingis proves himself a threat as a passer, the more dangerous he can become as a scorer.
Porzingis with the block. Young looking it over. No good. That would have tied it. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Williams. The Thunder with another miss. Young against Gilgeous-Alexander.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this." Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. "19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Six on the shot clock. Hartenstein with a screen on Young. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander buries the triple.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
Young for three. He's off from three. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.